Welcome back to Television 87. Thank you guys for watching. Let's jump into 11 Hip Hop Atlanta Season 11, Episode 1. All right, so I'm going to talk about Bambi and Scrappy for most of this review right here, but I also got a couple of things I'm going to add towards the end, so make sure you guys stick around for that. But let's get into these two because Scrappy versus Bambi is just a mess. It's a whole hot mess. We're going to see their divorce play out this entire season, and we're going to hear Bambi's side and Scrappy's side. Now, this scene right here, you guys, is from when they are packing up the place and getting ready to move out. But before we get to what's really going on here, the first time we, see Scrappy and Bambi kind of being mentioned in this season is at the Hype Hair event that Jock and Kendra are having. That's when a lot of the cast, pretty much all the cast, meets up there, and you kind of see Rashida and Erica Mena are asking about it. With some rumblings going on, and we see Erica Banks having a conversation with Scrappy, and Rashida in her confessional is like, "Really, Scrappy? Like you're still technically married? Like what is going on?" So that's kind of like the first time it's mentioned. But then later on in the episode, we see Bambi. She goes down to, I guess, her attorney's office or whatever. She's talking to the lady. She wants to go ahead and file for divorce and go ahead with the proceedings and whatnot. And while she is, they show the camera on her walking down the hall. She's walking down memory lane. They show this house here when they first moved in, all the good memories when they announced the babies was on the way. And it's also the bad because it's everything that's going on with Scrappy's exes in terms of Diamond popping back up in the picture, everything going on with um Mama D, and everything going on with Erica Dixon. It's just a lot. And Bambi is like, Scrappy don't like to come home. He just always working, 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 working. But when we get into Scrappy's side of things, when he's talking to Kirk and Chaotic when they're riding ATVs, his version of the story is like, I want to take Bambi's feelings into consideration. However, I still have to go out and I have to work to provide for the house and the kids and etc. etc. So it's like she want me to stay home, but if I stay home too much, then she gonna be complaining about why we ain't got no money. So that's Scrappy's whole thing. And Kirk is, he wants to give Scrappy some encouraging words, but he doesn't want to make it seem like he's taking Bambi's side, but he wants them to work it out. Chaotic wants them to work it out as well, but Chaotic is the comic relief of the show. So he just, Chaotic is a hot mess. But like in a funny way, not in like a, super crazy way. But Bambi kind of like lays into him because they're at the cast is at the brunch event for Frost Bistro. Kirk and Rashida, they're gonna take their restaurant, kind of revamp it over to the brunch side of things. So they have everybody there for the taste test, and Chaotic is just trying to eat his chicken and waffles, and Bambi comes over to him and was like, "Yeah, I saw you and Scrappy on the red carpet, and y'all was with the foolery, and why are you encouraging the behavior?" And Chaotic was like, it wasn't even like that. I'm sorry, my bad, my bad. I apologize." But Chaotic is looking like, Bambi, what is going on? Like, I know she's hurt, so she's putting all that energy on me, but honestly, I don't even think chaotic is not the problem. Chaotic is not the real problem. He is the least of Bambi's problem. So it's like that seemed to me right there was a little bit of misdirected anger. But let me know what you guys think. Should she even really have a problem with chaotic, seemingly encouraging the BS like she said? So it is what it is with that. But we also we also get into this other incident with Scrappy and Diamond because he's telling the fellas like, yeah, they did have some text messages back and forth or whatever, and they kind of reconnected at the Millennium Tour. But Bambi in this scene right here is saying like, oh no, it was more than just that. They was on some sneaky link type stuff like me, giving each other room numbers and are you gonna come meet me in my room, this, that, and the third. So that's why Bambi was upset because she's like, on top of everything, you out, you always working, it's like you always working, you don't like to come home, but then you're not paying the bills. So the reason why they're even moving out is because Bambi tells us that she's paying her half of the rent and utilities and whatnot, but Scrappy does not have his portion. So Bambi got to take herself and the three kids and look for somewhere else to stay because Scrappy has apparently been slacking on his responsibilities and Diamond is somewhere, all wrapped up into that. So Bambi is tired, she's stressed out, she's going off on Scrappy, and Scrappy is like, yo, you act like you don't ever do nothing wrong. I could be doing this, and this, but you'll still find something wrong or to nitpick at, and this, that, and the third, just going on and on and on. So eventually, they going back and forth. Scrappy reaches a breaking point, and he storms out. So it's just like a lot going on with these two, and like I said, we're gonna see it play out the entire season. And Erica Dixon is going to make an appearance to talk, have a little conversation with the Bam. But so we'll see how that plays out. But I did see a lot of comments. A lot of people were not really sympathizing with Bambi because we all remember Bambi at the hot tub, you know what I'm saying, at the cabin in the hot tub with Kirk and Benzino and all of that from back in the day. So a lot of people were like, well, how you going to be in a hot tub and be trying to take somebody else's man, but then you crying and complaining about Scrappy being in, apparently being in Diamond's DMs allegedly. I don't know. I wasn't there. So a lot of people don't have sympathy for Bambi. So I'm gonna ask you guys: do you feel sorry for the Bam and everything that she's been having to deal with regarding Scrappy and Mama D and Erica Dixon and Diamond and just everything? Let me know what you all think about that. And do you even think Bambi and Scrappy should have ever been married to begin with? I think that's a decent question because Bambi mentioned, like, at the brunch that, she knew Scrappy had some flaws, this, that, and the third, but she chose to accept them and overlook them. So if you decide to choose, if you overlook certain things and decide to stick it out, then maybe you should just really try to stick it out. But Scrappy said he could have been, filed for divorce. He's trying to hang in there, but Bambi's the one who wants to put in the paperwork and get it going. So let me know what you guys think about Scrappy and Bambi's whole dynamic and how you think it's going to play out this season. But a couple things I want to leave you guys with before I go. Um, Spice talking about the surgery and her kids not knowing if she was going to make it or not. Like, I know that had to be super hard. And so I'm glad that Spice is okay, that she recovered. But a lot of people, a lot of these women, a lot of women want to get surgeries for whatever reason, but it's not all peaches and cream. Like, you could be fine one day and the next day you could potentially lose your life. So, but shout out to Spice for, sharing that story, because I'm sure it wasn't easy to do that. Mena and Safari, Erica Mena and Safari, they're starting to build us up for that. They were at the Rage Room, the girls, and Erica was just going, and she was beating up that picture, beating the heck up out that picture that they had printed out. So we're gonna see all that this season. How do you guys like the new confessional looks? The first time in 11 seasons, the cast members actually get to sit down and, do their confessionals. So, they trying to, I guess, do something like similar to Real Housewives of Atlanta. But let me know what you guys think about the new confessional looks. Do you like them sitting, or do you prefer them standing? Let me know what you guys think about that. Chaotic, he looks so much better with this haircut. He looks like a different person. So shout out to Chaotic, and he could just, be the comic relief of the show and keep the funny coming. And Nick Cannon is going to be dragged this entire season, okay? We just saw it with Bree and Selling Sunset and that whole thing she had back and forth with Chelsea about Nick and the baby mamas, and finding out that he got another one on the way. And it's like Jessica White, the model, Nick Cannon's ex, the one who unfortunately miscarried, she is going to be talking about Nick Cannon this season too. So let me know what you guys think about it. Love and Hip Hop Atlanta season 11 episode 1. Thank y'all for watching, and if you want to check out more of my content, I got a couple videos right here for you guys, and I will talk to y'all soon.